Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, great and wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you and I welcome you to today's evening exposition. This is exposition. I welcome you to this evening session of this special exposition. While you are joining, share this video, invite others to join, because this evening we are going to be doing justice to all these activities of Simon Ekpa, because when he started attacking our legal team, or as he may say, he's attacking Barrister Joe for the lead counsel of our legal team. I want to now inform you that that will be his end. The end of his exploitation on IPOB, the end of his exploitation on Biafrans. And I am saying this authoritatively because what I have to show you this evening, I believe if you still have your mind or your brains with you, I believe that you are going to take something home. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel. Click the like button. The algorithm will do the sharing. If you are watching on Facebook, at Judge Money Blog, at Judge Money Blog /TV, at Judge Money Official, and other Facebook platforms, don't forget to share the video and follow the page. If you are watching on Twitter, don't forget to retweet this video. This is where we do justice. Remember the last time I come online, I told you that I am coming. I am coming to actually bring the pure evidence to you that will prove to you that everything Simon Ekpa tells you is nothing but a lie. And that is exactly what I am here to do. I am not going to take long. If I take too long, I have to leave here in the next hour. So we're going to now proceed and go straight to the point. So if you are joining us, share the video, invite others to join. But before we proceed, I want you to listen to the voice of reason and perception shifter, the voice of our leader, because he has made...
They'll never have peace.
His voice is already... He did everything. He actually made a broadcast for every situation. This is the one he made for the intruder. Listen attentively.
Anybody I curse is cursed. Once I condemn you, you're finished. Ask the Sabo, those that tried to take over power when I was in prison, because I valued them, thought they were doing what we all swore to do. As soon as I went into prison, they started to connive to take over power. Where are they today? Because I cursed them, and they will never have peace. I won't touch them, I won't harm them, but they'll never have peace. Today they are worthless. Absolutely worthless. That is who we are. Do you know why? Because our hands are clean. When we say we are whiter than white and whiter than snow, people don't understand what it means. Now they do. Do you know why? Because anything we touch, we have the Midas touch. Anything we touch turns into gold. Everything we touch. Today, everywhere the zoo is around the world, every major country, we are checkmating them. 100, no more lies. We are checkmating them. And now the world understands that the face of corruption is the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. They know. So Magu is a small
freedom. A slave can never give another slave freedom. You said we are slaves in Nigeria and you are a slave to a woman. So how can you guarantee my freedom when you are also a slave? Before you give me freedom, you have to come out of slavery. You are in bondage, Simon Ekpa. You are in captive. Bondage of women. They determine what you are saying and what you are doing. Even if you have good intention, the fact that women have taken charge over your life, you are not going to succeed as a freedom fighter. You are going to fail woefully as a freedom fighter. Your people are going to wait for 50 years for you to give them freedom. They don't know you're not ready for freedom. You have to be passionate about something before you get it right. You're not ready, Simon Eber. You're a weak man. You're weak. You don't have passion. A man that has passion doesn't allow women to come into his life and take charge over his life. Women calling your leader's wife a prostitute and you kept quiet, looking at them like Dundee. Looking at them like Onyeri. No, you can't give me freedom. You can never guarantee my freedom. No, my freedom is not in your hands. You can't give me freedom. How can I have a strong voice? I don't listen to people. And somebody like you that a woman can easily deceive, give me freedom. It's not possible. Simon Eber can never give you freedom. Beloved Biafrans, unfortunately, I am here to announce to you all that Simon Eber does not have what it takes to give anybody freedom.
I thought you said you're a disciple of Martin Nnamdi Kanu. And as an Igbo man, you know the implications. You know the tradition. You know the implications behind calling the wife of a man who is alive a prostitute. Are you aware that Indiana Munye, your leader, a prostitute, are in your caucus? Are you aware? That is my first question. And my second question, is this. If you are aware that these people are in your caucus, what have you done to put them in their place? An insult to Uchechi Kanu is an insult to Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. And an insult to Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is an insult to the entire Biafra people.
So if you push me now, una the Kanu wife now shower because he leave the husband go to sleep with another man. Yes, now shower.
We have heard Kepu that the criminals that we have expelled who are trying to destroy her image are trying and planning to invite her again. You know, we do not know when this invitation is going to come, but we know that they are planning to invite her. So the advice I'm going to give her this evening is that
so if you push me now, una the Kanu wife now shower because he leave the husband go to sleep with another man.
Radio Biafra for
yes.
now. You should forget it.
Now,
and just focus on prayer and remain silent the way she has been, because that silence is golden. And like the way I advise that if she do not take care and careful that this particular interview, she appeared on Radio Biafra, that they use her, they want to rubbish her, that it will not end well. And that's exactly.
So, great Biafrans, we have given you a preamble. There is something I am also going to show you. This is the pure evidence that is going to analyze everything we are going to do this evening. But before we go to that evidence, let us go to something that actually triggered me to bring that evidence to you. Because imagine, first of all, let me apologize. My apologies, because I was supposed to be here 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. Biafra time, but I am late. Things came up and I had to attend to it. My apologies, great Biafrans all over the world. You know, we have to do what we have to do. Sunday, you know, is a day that, you know, the last time before, you know, struggling of the new week continues. So, pardon me for that. We must continue. And we are live, we are direct. So, let us proceed. First of all, let me bring to you what Simon Eber's claim is or are about Barrister Ejiofor. First of all, he said that Barrister Ejiofor was the one who stopped Ejimako from entering the court. and that Barrister Jofo told him that he will never allow him to go into the court. Now, he told him, and they were, according to him, he said he told him. So we are going to find out if indeed Barrister Jofo told him. Because the same day he claimed that Barrister Jofo told him, he made a video. He made a video which, during that, while making that video, he actually exposed himself. He exposed himself in a court because he claimed he was covering the court proceeding of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So that is where we are going to now catch him up. It is in the month of February 2022. The month of February 2022. That was when that incident of not allowing Ejimako going into the court. Ejimako got a result from Omahia the previous month before that month. That is the same reason why the DSS refused him entry to go into the court, because they were so angry and mad at him that the court, gave him, he got a result from the Omahia court. So that as a result, they deprived him entry to the court. Now, because if you win Nigeria in anywhere, you have a price to pay. Once you go to their court, you defeat them, you will pay a price. So that price is what I am here. That is exactly what I am here to show you now. That Simon Epa said that Mike Mazen Barrister Jofo fought San Ozokome. In fact, let us actually hear it from the horse's mouth. I will allow him to speak.
You are watching and listening to Theater Biafra Channel 1 and 2. And what I have come to do this evening is to expose Barrister Ejiofor's betrayal and treacherous activities for today. Because yesterday, we know that the people he is working for will not come for him when the time comes. Barrister Ejiofor will come and give you, we have won, we are winning, Oyeluku is going home, Oyeluku is doing that, Oyeluku is doing this. Barrister Ejiofor come to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and hand over to the legal counsel or hand over to the lawyer there, because he has not done anything. Ejiofor say done and dusted.
We are not going to start from here.
Ejiofor came and start shouting. I don't disintegrate. I don't know.
Let's hear.
They come and share it. Another landmark victory. Why would it be another landmark victory? When the court judge told you, I do not have jurisdiction to try this case. What business again does the judge have to adjourn the case?
I believe I have analyzed this part, so I'm not going to go there again. The case is in Supreme Court, so if the judge does not have jurisdiction, she does not have that jurisdiction also to close the case or to tell you that the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been discharged and acquitted, because the case is already in the higher court. So what he's saying here is somebody who has never been in court or have any knowledge of how court operates. So that is exactly, he is just telling you that he never been in court proceedings before. So, and he does not know the rules of the court. Now, let's proceed. I don't want to emphasize on that much. Let's go.
Indefinitely.
Of course, so the case is postponed, is actually adjourned indefinitely, because they don't know the date the Supreme Court is going to deliver their own judgment. So that is exactly what it means by indefinitely. So many of you who will be getting carried away by that, I want you to actually come back home, because when he speak things that he does not know. He actually use words that he knows that it will be difficult for you to actually understand or contextualize it in that same, in its own, where it belong. Because when he talk about indefinitely, you might not know how to contextualize it to the activities of the lower court and the higher court. That is exactly the reason why I am actually contextualizing it, telling you that the reason why the lower court, which is high court, will have to adjourn. It is because they will await the apex court, which is the Supreme Court of Appeal. They must wait for their decision. Their decision nullifies the decision of the lower court. So indefinitely does not mean anything. Once the decision of the higher court comes up, it nullifies their time and their whatever adjournment. So that is how it is. Let us proceed and go to something else.
Between a Ejiofor and all of them. And I'm going to tell you how they are going to use this particular adjournment to pin Oyendu
Listen.
in DSS. You see, you people don't know what we know. You see, this particular adjournment is what they are going to use to pin Oyendu
Wow.
at the end of the day. But
Wow.
the activity of Biafra Liberation Group and Movement are going to be the paradise.
I don't see people counting days anymore. Or days is finished.
So I have made a point, right? I have made a point.
No point.
My point is that Justice Bintanyako that say she do not have jurisdiction to try the case, I the case indefinitely. What it means is that she have I don't have the power, the jurisdiction to try and do again. So therefore, take this thing out of my office.
That is not how court works. That is not how court operates. This man claims he's a lawyer. I want any of you who is actually under the influence of my voice, who is watching what we are doing this evening, I want to be calm. To go and ask your lawyer or any lawyer that you know, a case that is already in apex, which is Supreme Court of Appeal. Does a lower court have decision to actually tell you we are taking ourselves away from the case? No, they don't. The fact that the case was brought back to the lower court, it is because of, activities of Nigeria who are uninformed about how judiciary operates, about the hierarchy of the judiciary. So they don't know whom to respect or where actually, who have the jurisdiction or who does not. That's the reason why they actually does not understand it when the appeal court said that they do not have jurisdiction to try Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in any court in Nigeria. So they have to take it back to the high court, which is the lower court, where they have full control. So now, after that, that lower court cannot pronounce a justice, cannot make a decision, cannot say anything, because the case is already reported in the apex court, which is Supreme Court. I believe it is Nigeria Apex Court. That is the Supreme Court of Appeal, who has the final say in that case. So there is no way a case that is in the matter that is in the highest court of the land will now be determined by one of the lowest court in the land. So the only thing the lower court in the land will have to do, having seen that there is a case on top there, the same case is on top there, I don't have jurisdiction to actually make a pronouncement on this case. Therefore, we are adjourning it. If it is, they have to adjourn it indefinitely. Indefinitely it simply means that we do not know when the Supreme Court will deliver their judgment. That is the meaning of the indefinitely that this guy is talking about, because he does not even understand what he is actually using to lie to you, trying to make it seem that as if he has any point that he's making. He does not have any point. So let us proceed. Let us hear how it is going to be used to pin Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because that's what he said. Then we're going to debunk it from that angle.
So,
before we
Barrister
go,
Ejiofor did not argue since he claimed to be the lead counsel.
he's changing the
Barrister
topic.
Ejiofor did not tell Justice Peter Nyako, since you don't have jurisdiction to try Mazen Nnamdi Kanu,
It does not make sense.
why should you now adjourn a case that you don't have jurisdiction to try?
Wow.
If you do not have jurisdiction and you have identified and confirmed the fact that you don't have jurisdiction over this case, so why are you adjourning it? To do what? Strike the case out of your table.
Wow.
So that we know that the case they brought against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on the table of Binta Nyako is null and void.
Wow.
But Barrister Ejiofor told you done and dusted. How can a case that is still pending will be done and dusted?
Pending where?
How can Ejiofor come and
Where is it pending?
that the case has been adjourned and it is to...
Where is it pending? Is it in the lower court or in the apex court? Where is it pending? Question you must answer. Where is it pending? So then you will now give yourself that answer. Once you answer, where is the case pending? Going to the lower court was actually a waste of time. A case that is already in our Supreme Court. So going to lower court for the same case is a waste of time. Absolutely. So this guy does not know what he's talking about. So now I believe I have given you a knowledge to wait what he is claiming. Let me move it to something else, because I see he changed the topic. I thought he was trying to tell you how it is going to be used to pin Onyendu according to him, but I didn't hear it from him. He changed the topic. Let's
to sit. I want people to recollect what has happened in the past. Do you know when Aloy Ejimako went to Abuja and the DSS stopped him from entering the court?
Yes.
Ejiofor facilitated it.
Now, this is the area where I am here to prove to you, because I have evidence to it. I have evidence to it because he also made he also claimed that Barrister Ejiofor told him. Barrister Ejiofor told him, which was a lie, because Barrister Ejiofor did not tell him anything. Barrister Ejiofor did not tell him anything because during that time was the time this guy was lacking information. He was lacking information. Now, let me bring to you a video. Okay, let me hear where he said that Barrister Ejiofor is the reason. Okay, he said that they stopped Ejimako from entering the court, that it was the job of Barrister Ejiofor. So now we are going to find out who is telling the truth here or who is lying from the evidence I am going to show you right now. Let us actually hear more of what his claims are. Then we go to the evidence.
He told me.
He said he told him.
He told me that Aloy Ejimako will never enter that court.
Okay.
He did it.
Now, we are going there. Continue to write your point.
Bombshell today. Yesterday I released one.
Put down your
The
point.
next bombshell I released now is that Ejiofor told me that Aloy Ejimako will never enter that court.
Put down
And
your
he
point.
did it.
Put down
Aloy
your point.
Ejimako was disgraced and the DSS prevented him from entering.
I want to, before we go to the evidence, what he is doing here. He has tried everything with a Jofo. It didn't work. Because he knows that Canon Takano and Master Prophet, whom confirmed that this guy is a criminal, which if time permits me, I will show you where Master Prophet confirmed that this guy is a fraudster with some people whom he duped in the name of visa doing. Master Prophet conducted that program. But because Master Prophet, his activities and his lies and the deceit is not being condoned by the leadership of IPOB. So he was recruited by Canon Takano, and now he is now looking for whom is going to give him accolade, because we don't have this time to give him that accolade that he's looking for. Just like Chiamaka Ajere, the Ashawo Nwoke, whom discovered that Simon Ekpa is a criminal and all for only money. He made he debunked Simon Ekpa in several occasions, and now he was waiting for the DOS to acknowledge him back and take him back as one of his own. DOS did not do that. He ran back to Simon Ekpa, because these are people who are looking for accolade. Now, I am also going to tell you the reason why our people that got carried away with the activities of Simon Ekpa. Remember that our people are broken. Our people are broken through police brutality, through leadership that they are receiving in Nigeria. There is something Michael Zokome said in one of his speech that I was listening to. He said that I don't know, there is a syndrome he talked about, which is, I think he called it, is a Cotonou syndrome, something like that, in one of his broadcasts, where a slave will now fall in love with the master. And he gave an example of where a master, somebody took a chicken and peeled off the feathers of the chicken, peeling it off, and the chicken was in pain, feeling pain, crying. After peeling all of it off, then he now came back and he brought a food. He brought a food in the hand and called that chicken back. The chicken came back and started eating from the hands. And from the hands of that person who actually hurt the chicken, which is where he talked about that syndrome, where a slave will fall in love with the activities of the master, who is actually ill-treating him, to the extent that the slave will sometimes say, "Master, you haven't slapped me today." So this is exactly what most of our people are suffering from. If you look at the activities of our people today, especially the Igbo speaking Biafrans who fell, for the tricks of this Simon Ekpa, I want you to know that these people, it is not their fault. It is as a result of that syndrome that they are suffering from the hands of Nigeria. So when they realize themselves and they have not gone through a rehabilitation process in order to actually take their mind away from this syndrome that they have, actually acquired from the ill treatment, bad governance, intimidation, police brutality, and all that from Nigeria. So now they heard the voice of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who speaks about what is going on in Nigeria, who speak and give them hope. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gives them hope, which has been genuine. Now, immediately when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, they were still looking for something that will give them hope. It does not matter whether that hope is genuine or not. That is exactly what they looked for. Had it been that Chike Doziem or China Sanworu come up online, because you know that these people, they are the people who hate Nigeria with passion. So there is some kind of, if you understand that these people has been killing you, destroying you, manipulating you, now there is somebody who woke up and to save you. And each and every time he come online, you listen to him, you have hope, and everything he tells you he will do, he does it, which is Mazen Namdekan. All of a sudden, the same man was taken away from you and put in a solitary confinement. They were actually hoping that the people who are following him will start speaking and giving them the same hope. They don't know that the only man who has that, who has that mantle, that thing of telling you it is going to be like this and it becomes like this, was Mazen Namdekan. Any other person, you have your own ways, you have your destiny, I have my destiny. I have what it takes to analyze what I am doing right now. You might have another thing that you know how to do. Now you expect me, it is not because I cannot come online and start giving you hope. I can come online and do actually act like Mazen Namdekan. I am very good with actually behaving like other people, mimicking people. I am very good at that. But now, what is it going to benefit you that I am here telling you that we are going to burn down this, we are going to kill this person, we are going to do that, indicting the struggle while we are not doing anything? That because you want to hear what will destroy Nigeria, because Nigeria has destroyed you beyond repair. Because you want to hear it, you get carried away. Each and every voice that sound like it, you got carried away. Had it been that Mazi China Samoro or Mazi Chikedozie came up immediately when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and he started giving you that hope, regardless of how fraudulent the hope might be, I believe so many of you will embrace it because that is what you want to hear. You do not want to hear anything pertaining diplomacy, because when the captain is no longer there, there is always things that you will be lacking, you will be missing. And those are the things that will make you to realize the quality of this captain. But when somebody comes to behave or to act like that captain, it is like when Jesus Christ was on the mountain, or when Moses was on the mountain. There is something they created, which they created a graven image to give them hope, to use them to replace the activities of Moses. Now that graven image was what destroyed the Israelites, because they were looking for hope instead of waiting for Moses to come down from the mountain. They couldn't do that. Now they saw, when these people, they saw Simon Ekpa, and Simon Ekpa have studied our people, being a politician that he is also. He has studied our people, knowing the same thing that these politicians in Nigeria are using against our people. Each and every year, they promise them the same thing. They will treat them like that chicken in the story of Michael Zokome. They will treat them like that. They will give them one bag of rice. They will sell their vote. They will be in captivity. They will be in bondage for the next 8 years. So they got used to it. So now for this, knowing that there is a way to manipulate our people in order for them to actually believe in you, that change is coming from you, to believe in you, that you have something to offer more than every other person that is not shouting, like you, that you have something to give them. Then Simon Ekpa started mimicking, acting like, he is behaving as if he is acting like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Because when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu tell you that Somalia will be better than Nigeria, he mean it. And you can see the result today. It is not giving you fake hope. When Simon Ekpa tell you that They will stop military from coming to kill you in Biafra land. They will kill military, they will kill governors. Did Simon Ekpa, what did he do? He actually was inviting more military to come and kill you. His utterances was actually almost jeopardizing the activities of IPOB, if not that we come and separate ourselves from him, because that was the reason why he was placed there, so that the international people that is actually contrived by Britain, they will want to proscribe IPOB immediately when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was captured, so that they will end the movement, because the greatest fear of Britain, it is this movement and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Have you asked yourself, why is Britain still in denial whether Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is extraordinary rendition, which is their citizen? Have you ever asked yourself, why were they not coming into the party to actually look for their citizen? Because it is the right of every citizen. Britain, according to their policy, they take care of their citizen. There is no citizen of Britain who will suffer injustice in any part of the world. British is a first world country. It is not a second world country. It is a free country. So as long as they know that their citizen is suffering from injustice, they will intervene. America will intervene. That is the reason why you have seen so many evidences of that. Now, Britain was actually trying to do all it can to find a way to proscribe IPOB without even the international bodies knowing that they took part in this. Because what they do, they will use your people against you. The same way you will understand, the West will always use your people. If they want to groom terrorism, they will use your people, sort them out, use your people to you will use somebody who is going to be the mediator between those boys that are unemployed and the person who is going to bring everything money to actually bring the terrorism, so that it will never come to them. They will use your people. It is like, if you want to do something that is very, very, as a Western world, the way they will do it, they will use one of your double agent, which is like your leader, one of your leader who is a double agent. They will use somebody who is a black person to communicate with that person who is a double agent, so that it will never ever trace back to them. There will be to the hand people, there will be, maybe there is a middleman, first one, second one, third one, so that before you investigate all that, it will not come back to them. That is exactly what they planned. Remember that Britain and America, they have a very good relationship with Kenya. If you check this British, prime minister, he has a lineage to Kenya. There is something he has with Kenya. If you don't know about it, know it now. Obama of America, Obama is not a black man. Obama is a white man. Obama has a lineage in Kenya. So now I want you to understand, having seen all that, you will see how they will be able to enter you without you knowing, using your own people. And that person they are using to destroy themselves might not know where it is coming from, might not know who is the head, who is the controller. They might not know. All they know is that they have been appointed to do something. And the person who appointed me is just ordinary person. Now he appointed me to actually champion this narrative. Before you know it, you're already championing terrorism. Before you know it, they start supplying you weapon. They will tell you, how can you allow these people to intimidate you in your belief system. They are going to bring the initiative that will make you change. They will be the ones bringing the guns that will make you a terrorist. They will be the ones now grooming you without you knowing. So this is the way they manipulate Africa. So now, contextualizing it to what I am saying or what I brought to you this evening in regards to what activities of Simon Ekpa. So when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was actually kidnapped, when he was kidnapped, they looked for somebody who is very, who is actually close to the struggle, or who is actually have face that, when he speak, people will believe him because he already interviewed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They were building it from that beginning without IPOB knowing what they were actually creating. Now, when they found Simon, that is the reason why everybody, from the pastors, they use the areas that you will never say no to. Pastors from the religion, they use women from America. They know that you people, so many of you that is out there in Biafra land, when you hear that these people in America, you believe in them, believing that the Narofada happens. They use those women, they use different entities that you will believe, using Nelly, using Oyibo, using Bridget, using so many of them, Rabbi Charles. All these people, they now come in and then they build Simon. Remember, whether they are fighting, they have actually installed what they needed to install to destroy the struggle. Regardless of what is happening between all these people amongst them, disregard it. Put your eye on that ball that they have installed. They have done the damages they want to do. Targeted our ESN, targeted so many areas that keep the Biafra struggle strong. Have you ever asked yourself the reason why? It started with those areas that makes the struggle strong and indestructible. That is number one, the structure. Number two, the our men on the ground. These are the area. First of all, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the beacon of this struggle. Now they took him out. They target the structure that have his back. After targeting the structure that has his back, they now look for the man on the ground that gives you security. In case of eventuality, you have somebody to secure you. They tried every possible means to actually dabble in the affairs of these areas that are very strong. They actually did what they could. Now, disregard their fight and everything. Don't forget, they have placed that mosquito inside that big drum of water. So it is already contaminated. So whether they are actually saying sorry, the drum of water is already contaminated. It is actually, I'm giving you that as an example. So now, coming back to it, I want you now to know Simon Ekpa, he understand that giving you hope, telling you he will destroy Nigeria, which you hate with passion, it is something that drives you. It is something that you want to hear, even though you want to hear it and get it happen. But now they use it to manipulate you because as in when they use something you desire to actually lure you, you will come, whether it is up for you, whether it is actually up to your standard or not. It is something you desire. It is not something you want. It is something you desire, something you need. They use it to lure you. and you come like a pigeon, they cover you. This is exactly what they used Simon Ekpa to do in the struggle. Now he came in, he knows propaganda, he knows how to lie. First of all, he started building himself that he has relevant in the world by making photoshops, by telling you he's a lawyer, by telling you he's a military in overseas, so that so many of you will believe this military man in overseas, he can be our ESN commander. He can take us to war as long as he's international military man, because this is the ability of our people. When you go out there and graduate from internationally, you come back, people believe that you are better than them because you studied abroad. Because of self-hate that we have on ourselves, we don't believe in what we have. So anything that is foreign is something we value more. So that exactly, all these things played a part in what you are suffering today in IPOB, or those who have fallen away. Now, they now presented him. He called himself ESN, Nelly of Yubo, and all those people who has the account of ESN now use that opportunity to introduce some of our commanders, introduce them to Simon Ekpa, trying to actually create a faction of ESN, or they call it ADA, in order to use it to counter ESN. That was actually where they have using members of ESN. That was the worst. That is exactly what they do. They want to actually duplicate everything that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu put in place, using the members, using the same thing that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu used to put those in place. They wanted to duplicate the structure from DOS command and control to ESN command and control. That was the structure they planned to create. They now wanted to replace IPOB with autopilot or IDU. They placed those two. Now, they now wanted to actually bring ESN, the ESN to ADA, M branch. They wanted to create their own group called ADA. Now create M branch. From the M branch, from the ESN, they want to take some members of ESN to create this thing. That is the reason why they created the radio. In order to duplicate Radio Biafra, they call it Voice of Biafra. They did everything. They duplicated it to use it to cause confusion. So that while they are planning to destroy the one Mazen Nnamdi Kanu created, they are building their own to give you as a shoulder to cry upon. That was what they were doing. While they were destroying the one that was invested by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they were creating all these things. They created DOE as well. Yes, from DOS to DOE. So now they were building their own to give you shoulder to cry upon. That was what these people were doing. And then while they were at that, they explored every avenue in order to get you to believe in them, by starting with propaganda, instigation, lies. First of all, the leaders of the structure, they said they have sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They went to Nigeria to drive Jeep. There is no, it is a lie that can get attention of anybody. It is a lie that can get attention of anybody, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in that moment, and the DOS are the people whom are the leader of the structure, the DOS. They are the backbone of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So when they tell you that these people, leaders of DOS, did it, you might not think twice before you believe it. without you knowing that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not tell the DOS because of these women and some of closest people who told him, who advised him, don't involve this DOS. Let them focus on their work. Go carry out your this thing. It's not everything you tell them. So this is how they push him DOS away in that regard, knowing that they have a plan. Now, in these things that I am telling you, in all this long story to cut it short, they now did it so that the DOS will be unaware, so that they will be taken by surprise with propaganda, with lies against them. Now, they did everything they have to do. That Chike Dozie went home to drive Jeep. China Sanworu went home to drive Jeep. They had the money they have taken. They did not show you the image of them going to drive Jeep. They did not show you the picture of them in the airport. They did not show you anything. Rather, they went and tell you that the Finland coordinator is a criminal, and that is the only thing they brought to you. Now you believe that everything that they've been saying is the truth. They brought you Finland coordinator. You did not ask them, bring to us the one that actually indicted the DOS. They didn't. They brought to you Finland coordinator, who is a criminal, and use it and they do exposition. After that, you have believed everything they say. This is a problem of a black man. Bringing something that is maybe a truth, presenting it with a whole bunch of lies. Then you forget the lie. You now get carried away by the one that looks like a truth to you. And from there, you have been brainwashed. From there, you never ask questions. Simon Ekpa continued coming online, lying to you each and every day. You never ask questions. But some of that lie is what we are here to actually unravel. Remember what he said here, that Barrister Ejiofor told him that he will block Ejimako from entering the court. What will be the benefit of Ejiofor telling him? Ejiofor was not even talking to him at that moment, because that was during that time, was the same time Ejiofor granted interview with me, which he actually fought against Ejiofor for granting the interview. Now, let us go here. I hope you haven't forgotten, because I have created a preamble. I hope you haven't forgotten all he said in that video. This video that I am showing you now, it is a video done in February 2022. February. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was in court that day. If you can remember the court proceeding of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, which took place in February 2022, that is this. That is where the video is. Now, let's listen to this video. I want you to now pay attention to the video, because this is where the court where Ejimako was deprived entry by the DSS. And the reason being that he got a result from Umuahia, and the DSS does not like such thing. They now deprive him from entering. That now I want to show you, then you will see the activities that is happening in court, how he changed it, even though the things that was happening in court in this day, you will be able to hear what is going on in court, because it is loud, the video. Now pay attention as we start from the beginning, so that you will hear how it began, what happened. Listen.
Update from the court. We know that some people have been restricted access to the courtroom. We know that some of our leaders, attorneys, and lawyers has been restricted access to the room, and we are going to be seeing things happening from the outside. So let us.
We know that some of our leaders, which is Maze Zife, and all these some of the elders who came to the court, was restricted access to the courtroom. Was it the doing or the making of Barrister Ejiofor? The answer is I don't know. Answer it yourself. Now, listen to it very well, because that's why I started from here, so that you will know it was not only a Jimako. Let's go.
Hook up to people on ground.
And they are making sure
And now you
that
are
nobody
watching the Abuja
enters the court.
information coming from Abuja.
When are they?
You are also listening, those of you in Biafra land, listening from the voice of Biafra, 97.5 FM. The information reaching us has it that some lawyers has been restricted access. I need to refresh. I think
the information has it that what? The information has it that what? Some lawyers has been restricted access to the court entering. Now, this is the same man who said it was a Mark 4 who restricted access. But let's listen. Let us not jump the gun now at early stage, because there is many things here that you need to learn. We are not in a hurry, and I know you are not, because you want to learn something. I want you to remove your pride. Remove that thing that blocks you from trying to ascertain information. Because remove that thing that you get, what makes you carried away whenever you say you hear enter, you enter. Remove it. Be neutral. Come to this program, listen, and pay attention. For the first time, maybe you will be saved this evening. Let's go there.
The agents. These are security agents surrounding the court premises, making it virtually, practically impossible for people to have free entrance into the courtroom. This is the court proceedings of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Today being the 16th of February 2022, as was scheduled to take place by 1 p.m. today. The situation report is that they are not allowing people into the courtroom because the security agents has refused to allow people access into the courtroom. They have completely blocked one side of the road.
Let us shift
it's not yet Delta. It's not yet in Ebu. It's not yet in Ipob. So the unconfirmed report we are getting is that some lawyers were restricted from entering the courtroom.
He said the unconfirmed report, unconfirmed, put an inverted comma there. The unconfirmed report we are getting is that some lawyers were restricted access from getting into the courtroom. That is the unconfirmed report. Some lawyers were restricted access. If Barrister Jofo told him that he will block Barrister Jimako entering the courtroom, why is it going to be unconfirmed report we are getting? It's supposed to be something you know and you don't emphasize on that. The unconfirmed report we are getting. So now we are going to actually find out who are those lawyers that we are now deprived access to the courtroom. Because we are not only going to show you or prove to you that Simon Ekpa is a liar, a deceiver, a propagandist, the con artist. We are going to prove to you that he's been instigating people falsely, lying against people. Listen.
We do not know who they are. We do not know who the lawyers are. And there was also an unconfirmed report that it was only 2 lawyers that were allowed to enter the courtroom, according to that unconfirmed report. So we don't know whether that is true or not. But according to this report, only 2 attorneys were allowed entrance into the courtroom. We don't know whether that is just propaganda again. You know how the Nigerian news they do it. So, but we are going to confirm whether
There is no road. There is no
whether
access.
this
There is no access road to the court. Everywhere has been blocked. Everywhere is on total shutdown, lockdown.
everywhere is locked down, and so if you want me to refresh, change your phone, because when it is time to refresh, everybody will do that. Here, Yoba, check your phone. Your phone network is bad, because nobody has told me to refresh now. So since you are the only one telling me to refresh, it means that the fault is from your phone. So as I am saying, everywhere is locked, and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu locked that particular area and that particular part of Abuja, and that is Biafra is going to court. So what you see today is Biafra going to court. If your phone is asking you to refresh, you change your phone. You have to close your phone and on it again. Close your own, refresh your own phone, not me. Your own phone.
Let us keep a bit.
So I am just when it is time for me to bring the thing to the screen, I'm going to bring it to the screen. What I'm telling you now is that the unconfirmed report suggests that Wazirike is a delegate from Ghanaian New. All right.
As you can see, that is the entrance leading to the court. But the entrance has been automatically opened.
We are going there. We are going there because I don't want you. You know what I don't do? I don't want you to come here and say and think that I am actually not bringing you the full video. I am bringing it to you because this report was him who gave the report the whole time on that day of where the DSS deprived Ejimako entering the courtroom. Now, because we are still showing you the preamble, how it began. Continue to listen.
And then, of course, there is also an unconfirmed report that, because all the reports coming now is all unconfirmed. Every report we are getting is unconfirmed. There is this unconfirmed report that the time has also been shifted. They have shifted the time. You need to also update us about the lockdown in Biafra land. What is going on where you are
get close
in your area
to the court.
I hope you remember that court that day. I hope you are remembering the court day that day. so that you will know everything. Then you will now remember that it is all unadulterated exposition that I am giving you this evening. I am skipping.
That the live update from the court has it that Mike Ozokome arguing to the judge that DSS refused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a change of cloth since a last order to do so, and that they refused him use if he's reading glasses.
Now let's skip it because I know
That everything is fine.
You don't need this area.
Gwa ha na mmụọ apụtago.
Let's
Emergency
continue.
meeting in Enugu.
Let's continue.
Who have stood by the truth and speak truth to power. It means.
Now let me bring the truth because it is all about. I am skipping.
For the release of Nnamdi Kanu, because they feel there's injustice.
To pay attention is the senior advocate of Nigeria going off on Emmanuel Kanu. Emmanuel Kanu. Is he going off on him?
Yes. If you remember the last broadcast I made, I played this video, right? But because I don't have this version where Simon used the same video to analyze what transpired in court that day. In this video now, I want you to actually pay attention. Listen to the voices coming out from the court. You will hear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's voice. You will hear the lawyers' voices. You will actually see Emmanuel Kanu asking question. Why is Aloy Ejimako not in court? Then you will hear the response from the lawyers that they actually deprived them from entry also. They disturbed them from entering the court. Now, you will also hear when Mike Ozokome say he is going to raise that case by the judge, that he walked towards the judge. You will see where Emmanuel Kanu put phone on his ears. I believe he was calling Ejimako or on the phone, and you will hear the claims that Simon Ekpa made here. You will hear those claims that Simon Ekpa made here. This is the same day that Simon Ekpa claimed that Barrister Ejiofor told him that he is going to lock Ejimako out. Let's hear it.
We are going to be addressing and analyzing every body language of anybody in the court. I want you to watch this video and pay attention.
discussing why is a Jimako outside discussing.
Are you watching that?
Yeah.
Emmanuel Okano, the one who always bring people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't want to see. They are the one on the neck of the lawyers. And let me tell you, the reason that guy is boggling them, the reason this Emmanuel is boggling them is not unconnected to the fact that some lawyers are not in this court. I do not know whether this is the last court or this is the present court. But for the fact that BBC is bringing this picture today, and BBC is bringing this video today, you know, I have just paid attention to it. But somebody is not here. Now, whether this is old video or new video, we are going to know by the end of the day. We are going to know whether this is old or this is new. But I want you to pay attention to how the...
Now, this is the day. I thought if there is something people plan to execute, you will be able to be aware and conscious of that day. He claimed that he discussed with Ejiofor. Ejiofor told him he will not allow Ejimako into the court. Now, he does not even know that this video was that same day, but some people were in the comment section because I followed this court proceeding. I made a broadcast on this. I cautioned him the same day where he was calling Emmanuel Kanu a criminal that he is trying to adjourn the case. Listen attentively, because he does not know whether he doesn't know the incidents, whether it is actually happening on that day or an old video, because somebody in the comment section deceived him, telling him this is an old video from the BBC. But that was the latest video on that day, 16th of February. Listen attentively. Listen. This is the person that was told that they will block somebody out. He does not know the video where it happened, when it happened. Listen.
Rumbling and grumbling and rumbling, and Kano is the Emmanuel there is being cautioned that the lawyer, the senior advocate of Nigeria, is saying that you have been disturbing me and Ejiofor.
And that was not what the senior advocate said. That was not the response, and that was loud. And that's when I said pay attention. The senior advocate said that the DSS outside, they have been disturbing us from entering the court. They have been disturbing them from entering the court. That they had rough way in order to get into the court. That it is not only Ejimako or other lawyers that is being restricted, that even them, they wanted to stop them. That was what the son said here. If you want, you can confirm it. You know, when I speak, I tell you to confirm it. But the only problem you have, you don't like to pay attention. Now, let us continue. Those who know Michael Zokome can confirm it from him. Of course, that is exactly what he said. If you had paid attention, that's why I always tell you pay attention. I might not. Let me actually rewind it a bit so that you will hear it, for you to see how he changed stories. Listen, let me rewind it a bit. Let's see.
To
Listen.
pay attention is the senior advocate of Nigeria going off on Emmanuel Kano. Is he going off on him? We are going to be addressing and analyzing every body language of anybody in the court. I want you to watch this video and pay attention.
We are not stopping anybody, even me. Did you hear where their story come from? The story of Simon Eba. Mike Ozokome said to Emmanuel Khan, we are not stopping anybody. Even me and the Jofo, they have been disturbing me. Then Simon changed that story, twisted it, because the story have not come from these people that time, Canon Takano, or this prophet, the master prophet, now he said, even me, they have been disturbing me. We are not stopping anybody. Then let's hear what Simon, how he twisted the story. How he twisted the story. Remember, we are listening to this in his program. We heard it. Talk more of where he was doing the program direct. If I play the direct video, it is more clearer for you to hear it. He wouldn't say he didn't hear it. Pay attention, because he always twists everything, and sell it to you in other way for him to be relevant and for you to believe that he is doing it. Listen, let's hear his response.
Are you watching that? Emmanuel Kano, the one who always bring people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't want to see. They are the one on the neck of the lawyers. And let me tell you, the reason that guy is boggling them, the reason this Emmanuel is boggling them is not unconnected to the fact that some lawyers are not in this court.
Okay, then what?
I do not know whether this is the last court or this is the present court. But for the fact that BBC is bringing this picture today, and BBC is bringing this video today, I have just paid attention to it. But somebody is not here. Now, whether this is old video or new video, we are going to know by the end of the day. We are going to know whether this is old or this is new. But I want you to pay attention to how they are rumbling and grumbling and rumbling, and the Kano is the Emmanuel there is being cautioned that the lawyer, the senior advocate of Nigeria, is saying that you have been disturbing me and Ejiofor.
Did you hear how he changed
You
it?
have been disturbing me and Barrister Ejiofor. Did you hear that? Now ask yourself, why is he a lawyer? Is he a lawyer? These are the people, when we talk, you say they are the blood brother, they are the blood sister, they are the blood this and blood that. Why can't you allow lawyers who are professional in the field to do their job?
Watch.
You go to prosecutor, you talk to them. You go to the lawyer, you talk to them. You are in the court running around like rats. You can't allow these people to focus and do their job. It does not matter whether this is old video or this is new. But from what I see here,
Don't forget, a person who was told that Ejimako will be locked out, that he will never allow him to come inside the court, does not know the day it transpired. Does not know the day it transpired. And I am here standing and saying it authoritatively. As you may be thinking there is another incident. There is no other incident. If there is, let Simon ever present it that is different from this. If there is another incident, because the reason why Simon does not talk about what I do on the media, he knows that the more he talks about it, if he talk about it, his gullibles will look for me to get to know what exactly is going on, and they will repent when they come to this platform. That is the reason why he is avoiding me. He claimed that all these things said about this person, he never come to debunk it. I have said so many things about Simon, which is the truth. Starting from the time of Anambra State election, when he charged Andy Oba 1 billion naira to boycott Anambra State election by putting it at home and enforcing it, so that he will pay them. He charged him when it didn't work. Let me show you the evidence that will prove to you that it didn't work. After this, you see these things I just said now, you believe it's a lie. It is part of the reason why he is fighting Ejiofor today, because he believed it was Ejiofor who told me. He believed it was Ejiofor who told me. He does not know that myself, I don't even speak with Ejiofor. I don't communicate with Ejiofor. The only time I have communicated with Ejiofor, and if I lie, anything I look for in this world, in this earth beyond, let me not achieve it. Was that first time I actually sent a delegate to see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and the delegate to confirm to me that he went to see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He introduced Ejiofor to me for me to interview, to confirm that he did what I actually pleaded with him to do. Now, that was the first time I actually spoke with Ejiofor. I didn't even had a media phone call with Ejiofor before he came to that interview. I just sent the link. That was the day I actually obtained Barrister Ejiofor's phone number. I sent him the link. He never replied my message. He never talked to me. I never talked to him. I never call him after the program. I never say hi after the program, up until the last interview I had with him again. How did that interview come by? Is that after the court, after we won the court, I called my delegate, that same delegate I sent to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I called him and we congratulated each other for the big win that we had in court. He suggested that, don't you think it is important for you to actually speak with Barrister Ejiofor? He was the one who suggested it. Then I asked him, please send me his number again because I don't have it. What I am telling you now, it is nothing but the truth. Then he sent me the number. I said, call him because I don't talk to him. Even the last time we had interview, I never sent him a message. I never called him. That's how I do. Now, he now called Barrister Joffo for me. After that, then I now returned the call. I called Barrister Joffo and asked him and congratulated him. After that, I said to Barrister Joffo, I would like you to join us on a program today so that we will actually talk about our victory. He accepted. That is the reason why I made mention in that interview with Barrister Joffo. Today, I always get you on a short notice, and thank you for actually acknowledging that call. It was a short notice. It was planned that same minute. That's why he took long to join the program, because it was always a short notice. It's not like I cannot pick a call and call Barrister Joffo, but I don't communicate with him. I don't. That is the reason why Simon believed that information from Andy Oba, that it was a Joffo who told me. Simon does not know that I have people on the ground. I have my own people on the ground who actually know things, know people that matters and people that does not matter. I have it. I am not going to use them actually to come here to come and start telling you I can do this, I can do that. It is not part of me. It is not what I do. What I'm doing here is to educate Biafrans, not to give you hope or not to tell you that I know what is. I have so many informations, which is not information I can relate to you. So if Simon believe that what I said about Andy Oba is a lie, let him come and debunk it. We are I see we are having some network constraints. I don't know, some idiots in that comment section. I am not telling you what I am saying for you to believe me, because it does not matter whether you believe it or not. It doesn't make any difference. It will not change for whom I am. It will not change anything. But all I am doing right here is actually, I am doing you a favor. I am actually helping you to retrace your steps. So let him come and debunk that activities, because that's why he move around to tell you Ejiofor has been meeting with politicians. Ejiofor has been, having meetings with politicians. Where is the evidence? Because he believed that it was Ejiofor who told me. Let him call Andy Oba. It is not Ifeanyi Oba, Andy Oba, the APC-led aspirant in Anambra State. Let Simon call Andy Oba, because they were in communication. Let me now show you, before we proceed, let me show you the reason why that information got out. Let me show you the reason why that information was leaked. Because as an let me show you the video that leaked that information, that made that information to come to me. Let me show you. Now, pay attention.
No matter how powerful you are, evening, in case he has forgotten, where his problem is coming from, or where he
I want you to remember this broadcast.
All these places all over. That means this is not the Simon Empire you are talking about. I want to tell you people that I have no voice anywhere. The people that I have are you that are watching me, Biafrans. People that have volunteered to fight in one way or the other. I do not have any boys that are causing trouble here and there. That I have to make clear this evening. Do not link Simon Ekpa to anything, insecurity anywhere. What I am doing is what is constitutional right, my civil right. I am discharging that right, exercising that right without looking back. And I will continue to do that. So I have come to, help Soludo this evening in case he has forgotten, where his problem is coming from or where his problem may be coming from. Just let it be on record. Let it be on record that today, the 19th day of May, 2022,
the 19th day of May 2022, and that was the same month. May was the one I leaked this information. Do you know? I'm still going there because he will tell you something that you don't know. Do you know what actually triggered all the problem between two of them, Andy Oba and Simon Ekpa? It was because Andy Oba did not give him the money. And not only that, Andy Oba did not give him the money to actually boycott the election in Anambra State. Simon Ekpa did not have the capacity to boycott any election. He thought that the DOS will continue with the sit at home so that he will follow suit. He will use it and shine. Have you wondered the reason why he used that Anambra State election made him so mad that each and every day he tell you the DOS call off the sit at home in Anambra State? I am talking about a politician, Andy Oba. So those of you who have his phone number, phone him and confirm this. I am not talking about somebody that is not known. He is known, well known. It is not something that I am bluffing. I'm not bluffing. But I want to make it clearer. Because Simon believed that it was a Ejiofor who told me. That's why he is claiming Ejiofor is going about meeting politicians. And I have told you that I have spoken with Ejiofor twice. And that twice was only that in the interview. In the interview. The last one was the only time I called him with my phone for him to come to the interview. That was the only time. Somebody said I should put my number. I will put my number. Okay, I will put the number. Please don't call now. Let me finish connecting this dot. Let me finish this, then you can call. That's why they got so mad with Soludo. That's why they got so mad with the calling of sit at home of Anambra State election. Pay attention. Listen to when he want to threaten the politician. They were fighting. Now he saw to the politician, I will show you that I own the media. Listen to what he did.
We condemn in a very strongest term any kind of killing in Biafra land. We condemn it. Now, having said that, I want you people to listen to this story. Some of you do not know, the last time I made exposition about the insecurity in Anambra State, I talked about Andy Oba.
Did you hear that?
I talked about Andy Oba. And I talked about Chris Ngige. So, maybe.
He talked about Andy Oba, he talked about Chris Ngige. Chris Ngige has nothing to do with insecurity in Anambra State because Chris Ngige's problem was, I think, in 2005. And now let's hear about the story he talked about Andy Oba because he wants to use the story of Andy Oba and Chris Ngige to actually incriminate Andy Oba and tie him with the insecurity that he was causing, Simon and Nelly was causing in Anambra State. The reason for that is that That money was supposed to be given to him. He charged him. It was not given to him. So he was now threatening Andoba that he will mess his life up. He will mess his political ambition up for not giving him that money. Now, listen to how he started narrating this story. And that's why he bring Chris Ngige. Does Chris Ngige have anything to do with Anambra State insecurity? Chris Ngige is in, I think he's in Department of Hospital or Health. He's working with the Department of Health now. So he's pinning him, he's bringing him back because they had issues with Chris Ngige. I think within 2000 and either 29, 25, 24, within that time when Chris Ngige was a governor of Anambra State for some minutes or for some months. Listen to it. Listen to it.
That particular broadcast didn't, it didn't get into your head very well. So I have come to have another smooth sail this evening. What am I going to do? I will take you back again to the history and memory lane. Who is Andoba? Who is Andoba? Well, I do not know who is Andoba, but from what I have gathered, Andoba served, according to some conflicting information, either as a PA to President Olusegun Obasanjo or as a domestic staff of President Olusegun Obasanjo. These are two things that brought Andoba into the limelight. Now, if you listen to Uwazurike, Ralph Uwazurike making reference to who Andoba is, when he was responding to the claim of Andoba, that Andoba said he went to Uwazurike and he ended the agitation of Mosul. Now, Uwazurike was responding to that particular claim of Andoba, and Uwazurike boasted that Andoba single-handedly made everybody that Obasanjo appointed in his administration from Igbo extraction, that Andoba single-handedly appoint them. That everybody who got appointment from Obasanjo, that Andoba single-handedly, made it possible.
And
that was the claim.
That is the truth. It's not a claim.
Of
it is the truth.
Ralph Uwazurike. He said, even the ministers, he said, if you doubt me, bring the person and let us ask. So, and nobody has come to challenge that particular statement from Uwazurike. But now, I just want to give you, a picture of who is Andoba. All right?
Now, the easiest way for you to get this information, those of you who are in Masop, who are stupid today, those of you, because I believe that Uwazurike and Andoba, they are friends. Get the information from Uwazurike. Those of you who are in Masop, who get carried away, who are stupid today, believing that Simon Ekpa is there to save you. Get this information from, let Uwazurike communicate with Andoba and get this information that I am telling you now. And if you confirm it to be a false information, I have given you, because this now, what I was listening to actually recalled my mind to it. Uwazurike will know about it. Those of you who are close to him, don't link it to any struggle, anything concerning the struggle. Just have a chart. Have a chart. And then you come back to me to tell me that I am lying. Let's continue, because let me forward it a bit so that we'll get to the point.
There is nobody. I want you to understand that the root cause of Soludo problem may not be far from what I'm doing this evening. Soludo, which I know he listened to my program, and I know he have taken some correction from our program here. I have come again this evening, free of charge. You don't need to pay me. You don't need to pay me. Somebody say this person is not Andrew, but listen to me. Soludo was referring to somebody at the right, not the person that the picture showed now. The person that the picture showed now is a different person. That is the other person, but he was not the person Soludo was referring to. Soludo was referring to the person at the right side, which is Andoba. This man you see here was at the left side. Now, I want you to watch it again.
This was when they were having.
My brother at the other right, which is Andy Uba, is at the right. The person you are going to see his picture now.
This was when they were having political interview. You know, when you actually bring those two aspirants, questioning them, what are you going to do to Anambra? What are you, something like that. This was when they were, so we were going to scrap this area out of it, because what he want to pin it is that the utterances of Soludo could be the one triggering, making Andoba to bring in security to destroy Soludo's regime. But that was a lie. This is all the things he did. Remember, he started with when Andoba was in Obasanjo regime. He started from that. And remember that starting from there, he now migrated to talking about Ngige. From Ngige, now he starts showing you their political, interrogation, their interrogation or Anambra State campaign, during Anambra State campaign. Now, he wants to use it now to link it to say that the insecurity in Anambra State was as a result of Andy Uba's doing. Listen to it.
At the left.
On the right-hand side, I'm sure when he responds, he might be able to tell a little more about part of the reasons why that is happening.
That when Andy Uba responds, Andy Uba is going to tell part of the reason why the insecurity is happening in Anambra State. So Soludo on this date accused Andy Uba of being responsible for the insecurity in Anambra State. Remember, there have been accusations of some political opponent or some politicians importing criminals from neighboring state. Now, Soludo fired that shot that day, and listen and watch how the whole thing will go down.
Please, let's shift away from, casting blames to accepting responsibility.
Now, this one responded a very, was, probably making reference, because the question was not directed at him, but he was making reference that we should concentrate on the issue.
So that you will get the point, because there are so many things they said here. Let me skip it a bit.
BARR started from PDP, from my brother at the right side.
No, let's skip it more.
If you understand the embarrassment Soludo gave to Andy Uba can never forgive him for that embarrassment.
This is a
very big
This is a campaign, one-on-one campaign. You talk your own, I talk my own. He now claim that it is that embarrassment that made Andy Uba start bringing in security for Soludo. Now, listen to more.
Uppercut and at the lower abdomen, Soludo punched this man. He punched this man in the teeth. He punched this man in the Mpurumiri. Use Mpurumiri and punch him. He punched him in the manhood. He punched him everywhere. Soludo punched him uppercut, gave him all the uppercut in this world. And Andy Uba, it can never go down well with him.
I have no business in that thing. Come on. Now, there's a white paper that came out on it.
Now,
he said he has no business in that kidnapping. Soludo was still there, firing him. If you look at the three person, you find out that the PDP
Listen.
When did you graduate? Do you have secondary school? When did you graduate? You see, you know.
Let's proceed.
Stick to this particular accusation. Why is it that the same criminals will make trouble? You now turn it around to say that boy in Finland, because you want to use the criminals of Andiuba to fight the Biafra struggle. It will not work. Even if they like, let them burn entire Anambra state, burn Ebonyi, burn Enugu, let them burn everything to ashes. We cannot stop this Biafra agitation. Never. So if you are thinking that you are going to use these criminals imported, according to you, to fight our sit at home, it is dead on arrival. I want you people to watch Soludo, how Soludo fired and punched Andiuba, and Andiuba can never forgive. Never.
I'm skipping.
Yes, I know what
Inside him, you know that Andiuba left that place like empty. So I want Soludo to go back to the drawing board and see whether what you did to Andiuba here, and if you say that Andiuba is a criminal, whether Andiuba, who you say imported kidnapping into Anambra, and according to you, Andiuba kidnapped a whole sitting governor. If somebody that have capability to kidnap a sitting governor, you understand what the person will do to your government. The person will spend every money.
Number one, Andiuba did not kidnap a sitting governor. I know the story. I think I was in Anambra that time. Andiuba did not kidnap a sitting governor. Andiuba actually pick up a phone call that rescued Chris Ngige, yes. The person that was having issue with the sitting governor was there is somebody called Oba that was having issue, who actually, was a culpable person who kidnapped Chris Ngige. Andiuba was the one who picked up a phone call and gave phone to Obasanjo from Chris Ngige. He picked up the phone call and gave phone to Obasanjo from Chris Ngige. That was how Chris Ngige was rescued. Now, having seen all this story that you are hearing now, which is because of he did not give him that 1 billion naira to boycott Anambra state election that APC must win. That is the reason why Simon Ekpa starts now bringing stories, joining it, concocting it, calling Soludo that Andiuba is your problem. You insulted him. He is somebody who does not let things go easily, this and that. That is it. So as a result of this, what Ekperima did, that was what resulted actually this information getting to my disposal. The information getting to my disposal. This is the reason why this man is talking trash. That was information. So I think it is a digression. So let us not lose focus on this ball. Now, let us see how he claimed Ejiofor told him he is going to stop this guy, Barrister Jimako, but he does not know when it happened. Now he is calling the video old video or no video. Listen, and this video was a latest video, live video that BBC was capturing on that same day. Listen to it.
Here, this is new video. This is new. From what we are seeing here, this is new. This is today. I have just confirmed that this is new video. Okay. I want you to pay attention to that. Pay attention.
You see? He said, even me, you are disturbing me at
They
the age of
are.
what?
He play. You see, you hear it very well now. Even me, they were disturbed. They were disturbing me. They were stopping me. Not actually disturbing. They were stopping me and the Jofo. Even me, they were stopping me and the Jofo. He is not referring to Emmanuel disturbing him. For those of you who know Emmanuel Kano, because when I finish, I will tell you to call that person and ask him. Emmanuel Kano, that is here in this video, he is not very far from anybody. I know maybe he must have joined autopilot. After the autopilot have embarrassed him, called him Fulani boy, that he was calling the judge to, because if Master Profit joined autopilot, you know, after all the insult he collected and after all the exposition he did on Simon Ekpa, which I even have it here, because, you know, I am prepared when I come here. I actually have that exposition where he exposed Simon Ekpa and how Simon Ekpa was doing fake visa, collecting money from people. I believe I have that video also even here. So yeah, I have it here. This is the video. After that fool, attention, he actually discovered that this Simon is not genuine. Of course, you people know his logo. Simon was debunking him, what he did, because he entered. It entered. What he did here, it entered Simon because he called the person who was the one defrauded for visa doing. The guy did actually disclose all these informations that I even have at my disposal, because I later extracted all those information the guy gave to Master Profit. I later extracted all of them. Let me show you, because we do not actually come to fight somebody blindly or say things that does not exist. This was the conversation, WhatsApp conversation of Simon and the person he defrauded. This is another WhatsApp conversation. The person paid him 1,000 euro. This was the WhatsApp conversation, because we don't come here to lie or to make things better for you, because this is the bank account of Simon. If you confirm it, it is the truth. Maybe you know he like you paying money. Maybe you would pay him some money, tell him that did he see it. This is also the WhatsApp conversation. This is the company, the account numbers and everything. This is all these things you see here. They are factual information. It is not a lie. It is not a lie. They are factual informations. This is it. From that person, he actually brought out all these things. The same person we are talking about. So now, that's when Master Profit debunked Ekperima. The same person that Master Profit confirmed that he is a fraud, Master Profit went to him. Master Profit, remember this criminal told you, Ekperima told you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu handed him over everything that Ejiofor said over his dead body. But he told you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu sent him to go to Radio Biafra. Then the gatekeepers of Radio Biafra gave him the code of conduct to sign. But because he knows what he wants to do with Biafra struggle, he refused to sign that code of conduct, because if he signed the code of conduct, apparently he is going to be under the chain of command, C&C, which everybody, including Mazi Chike Doziem, is under. He does not want to be under that chain of command. he want to be free and do whatever he want with Radio Biafra, so that he will destroy the movement using our airwaves. Then he run outside because he believe he has the platform to lie to people at once in the same time. He run outside to play victim, to say that they want his platform, that they want to steal his platform. They have sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now they want to steal my platform. The only voice that will speak for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because he knows that if he sell that story to you, you will buy it. And that is what he did. It worked for him because you are gullible. You don't reason, you don't think. Now, that was what he did. Then, because the DOS and us, the media warriors, we did not acknowledge the fool who called himself Master Prophet. He did what Chiamaka Ajere did. The stupid Ashawo. You remember when he come to my platform also, I was doing a program. He come to my platform from his workplace, saying Simon is a criminal, Simon is this, Simon is that. In my platform, Chiamaka, because we didn't, the DOS actually acknowledged the repentance of Paul Achebe. And when you compare the two repentance that time, you will find out which one is genuine and which one is not. You could see that Paul Achebe was genuine. And I also made an exposition the day they were repenting. I told you people that Paul Achebe is genuine here. Chiamaka is two-faced. I said it on that day that they granted the interview with their master, the Simon Ekpa. Paul Achebe came into the interview like a man. Chiamaka Ajele came into the interview like a bitch, which he is. So I told you that this guy is not up there. He's not doing anything. He is just playing games here. And that's exactly as a result of it, it happened. So when we don't, we don't actually recognize those who claim they have repented, instead of them waiting for their, they don't know that the time we are giving them before we recognize them is the time of their retribution, or will I call it, the time of their retribution or restitution. We give them time to see how genuine is their repentance. We actually will fire them. We will actually, some people who don't care about, your repentance because you caused us damage, they will come and fire you, tell you where you need to get off. Then that is part of the time to know how genuine. Then the same thing with Master Prophet. He looked towards DOS. DOS is not paying attention to him. DOS is not sharing his video because he's a blogger. All this cooking soup of 500 euro and all this rubbish he was doing on the internet, this is where he make his own profit. So when DOS is not sharing Master Prophet video, when Autopilot is not sharing Master Prophet video, he looked for the place where they will share his video. He knows that DOS the DOS does not they don't engage with the nuisance. They don't engage with two-face. They are formidable in the job that they do. They don't need numbers. All they need is to continue to do things that they know that is right for the struggle and for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They don't make noise. So Master Prophet weighed that option. He saw that if I go to Autopilot and they start sharing my video, my blogging will continue to pay. That's why he ran. That's why he ran. If you have something upstairs, weigh this thing I am telling you. It is something actually I observed. It is something I observed. I did not discuss with him. I'm not like your master Simon who will say I discussed with him. It is something I observed. Weigh it by yourself and tell yourself, could that be true or not? Now, at the end of it, at the end of the day, he moved to their side. So, but Emmanuel Kano is someone, I don't know what his activities are, what his doings are, but I know that Canon Takano has been naughty. He's been naughty. Remember, he first of all, he's the one who told the DOS Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is praying in the mountain, while Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in Nigeria. So he's been naughty, you know. But that's not what I'm here for. Now let's continue to listen to this video in front of you, because Simon claimed that Barrister Jofo told him he will lock Ebejimako out. Listen to somebody who was told, because this is the scenario, this is where the incidents of Ejimako not coming to court that day, because he won a case in Omaha. DSS were so mad at him. You won a case at Omaha. Now you come and you want them to pay you 1 billion. They denied him entering to the court on the 16th of February 2022. That is when this video was done. Now let's...
Why would Emmanuel Kanu go to cause confusion in the court? Why would he go to disturb the attorneys that should focus like never before, right there in the court? What is the work of Emmanuel Kanu running around like okay Belgian? Is he the one that is going to tell Ezekome what to do in the court? Is he the one that is going to tell Barrister Ejiofor what to do in the court? Why is this guy allowed? Why did they allow this guy? Every time when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have only 20 minutes in the court to fight for his life, this stupid guy will be there to disturb the attorneys. I hope I will put a nail to this particular attitude of this guy, so that going forward, it will not repeat itself. Why would Emmanuel Kanu be disturbing lawyers in the court?
For your own information, I don't think Emmanuel Kanu was disturbing lawyers in the court. He was asking them, why is Ejimako not in? Ejimako told, Ozokome told him, even me, they've been stopping me. He didn't say they're disturbing me. They've been stopping me and the Jofo too. Then Simon Epa said that Michael Ozokome said that you are disturbing him. He said, even me, they've been stopping me and the Jofo. Listen.
Take this thing easy. Nobody is stopping anybody. Even me, they have been stopping me.
You see? Look at that. Look at that.
Even me,
now,
he
has distracted the lawyers. There was something they wanted to explain to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
And nobody is stopping anybody. Even me, they've been stopping me and the Jofo. That was the information here.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked question. Instead of them to address Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and answer the question he asked them, they now begin to face this idiot. This idiot. And immediately they are now facing the idiot. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu walk away. Look at it.
It's not anybody. Even me.
You see? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu walk away. He walked away. He walked away, my people. He walked away. He walked away.
This guy knows how to use psychology to enter you. He's a Yahoo boy. A Yahoo boy. A very, very professional hush puppy in what he does. Do you see how he enter you? Do you see that? He even changed what Michael Zokome said. Even me, they've been stopping me and the Jofo. We're not stopping anybody. Did you hear that? Now, the next thing Mike said, I will now ask the judge That's when Mike walked towards the altar of the judge. Listen.
This is a man facing charges. This is a man that carried Biafra. This is a man that has been sleeping without pillow. And just the time he have 20 minutes to defend his life, defend everything, defend me and you. Emmanuel Okano is there to take the time away from the lawyers. When they did not sabotage outside the court, they go inside the court to sabotage. When they did not sabotage in Kenya, when Kenya sabotage is not enough, they go inside the court to sabotage. Kenya sabotage is not enough. Sabotaging in Kenya is not enough. When we talk, you say, is it not there? How can you talk about blood brother? I want to ask you, did you see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu walked away? And that thing they want to discuss, they can never discuss it again. It is gone. Nisi onye, nisi onye, nisi nwanne ya nwoke. Nisi onye, nisi nwanne ya nwoke.
This guy is also a comedian.
I don't know whether he is now a lawyer. I don't know whether he is. This is not any other thing than sabotage. Pure sabotage, koro sabotage inside the court. You see, anything that has.
So, this guy, he has a convincing personality, right? And he knows how to do it very well. Hush puppy in what he does. Ramon Abbas in Finland. From today, you call this guy Ramon Abbas in Finland. Abbas in Finland, Ramon Abbas. Now let's continue.
Has to do with a sensitive case like this. You don't disturb the lawyers. You don't. You see that thing that Nelly Ofebu has been shouting. You see, Nelly Ofebu has been shouting that these people, the brother to our leader, they are evil. Now, the court has been adjourned to April. The latest news is that the court has been adjourned till April 8. April 8. Did you see that? The court date adjourned to April 8. The court date adjourned till April 8. The only time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have to defend himself and talk to his lawyers freely. Emmanuel Okano Takano ko Emmanuel Ogenekana sabotaged his brother in the court.
And you people believe
and you see that Nelly Ofebu has been right. Have you seen it? You know, my own is that I will not just come to accuse somebody without evidence.
Nelly Ofebu.
I don't.
Remember, Simon is Nelly and Nelly is Simon. Don't forget. Nelly is Simon and Simon is Nelly. This is how this guy is lying to you. When he thinks that lie he told you expires, he tell you another one. And you don't go back in time. Even if Simon bring God in front here and tell you God is no longer God, the idiot that follows him will believe him. Because these people, they don't have soul. They don't have spirit. They just like zombies. When you ask them to do this, they do this. These people some of them are people who knows what he's doing. That it is just to destroy the struggle. They are giving him accolade and support just to continue because it favors their own perspective or initiatives. Some of them are those who does not like the way Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is doing it? Who does not like the formidability of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the resilience of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? They just want somebody who will be lukewarm, like this Eba, whom can dance with politicians, collect money to boycott the election, whom politicians can use. That is the reason why they are supporting Simon Ekpa. No other reason. Now, all these things that you have seen, is it not enough evidence to show you that this guy has been lying to you from the beginning? He never ever said the truth. He has nothing like a factual information. This guy is a devil. If you guys will begin to understand the damages this guy has caused this struggle on the ground, you will actually be looking for him actually to tear him apart. But time will tell. Time will tell. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, all you need to continue to pray day and night. Let Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be released, for all these things to be exposed. Because this guy is causing a lot of damage. He is exploiting you. He's exploiting the struggle. And the damages that this guy caused, remember the damages that Aaron caused by taking the Israelite ornament and creating an idol for them. It took them many years to solve it. The journey they're supposed to travel for maybe some days, they traveled it for 400 years. That is what this guy is here to do. Why is he no longer counting days? Did the days run away? We're still waiting for the days. Or are you confused of the days? Let me remind you where you stopped. Because we need to continue to see that day, how many days it left for Biafra to come. Because that days he knows that they are like the calling Sunday Igboho and the backyard professor who is working with who is a double agent working with Tufubu and all that, which is the people who want to link the criminal to Tufubu, like I told you initially. These are actually the people who came to give him the last support and accolade. Believe him, because maybe Sunday Igboho saw himself in my profile picture when I'm doing program. His head is one side there. He believed that we are so gullible that we love him. We loved him. We loved him because we believe he is trying to free our Oduduwa brothers from the captivities of Nigeria. We loved him. But now, having seen that he deviated from the real deal, which is fighting for freedom after the visit of Obasanjo. I know you don't know that Obasanjo is working for MI5. Something you people does not understand. If Obasanjo visits you, your life will never remain the same. Your life will never remain the same. After Obasanjo visited him in where he was, where is it, in Togo or wherever it is, where he was captured, his life was never the same. Have you asked yourself, why is it that ever since Sunday Igboho was released, he never come up to broadcast? He never come up to actually say that what they're doing with Nnamdi Kanu is not good. He never come up on the broadcast, on a video, to make a broadcast, to tell his people what they need to know, to tell the world his story. Benin Republic, thank you. Benin Republic, he never did that. Only to come and support Simon Ekpa, he came out. Is that not an irony? That was the last strike of the enemy. They wanted to use him, to thinking that we are following him blindly, the way autopilot are following this guy Ramon Abbas in Finland blindly. That's what is in his mind. These Igbo people, emotional, foolish Igbo people, Omo Igbo. These people are foolish. They will bring me, send me this message, I will go. Ziamunangaga. They send him. Go to Simon Ekpa. Give him accolade. Let him say no election in Biafra land. Because they are supporting Tifubu. Like I made it clear, P2B is a bad news to our struggle, to everything we believe in. P2B is a bad news. So, but the reality we must say, the truth we must speak. So, that is exactly as a result. They want to now tell you they have formed alliance. Alliance they could not form when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was out there. That the backyard professor told you, I am not working with the Kanu. I am not working with the Kanu. When Kanu was kidnapped, now you start working with the self-acclaimed Kanu's disciple. Is that not an irony? There are many questions that you need to ask. There are many things that you need to seek for an answer. There are many moves that you need to understand. There are many things that you need to unravel. And you can only do that if you keep your emotions in check. Stop looking for where they will give you hope. That is unreal. Look for where they will tell you the truth. Look for where they will tell you the truth. Support the movement. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be released. Then you will now start hearing the real thing that you want to hear from him. And I believe he is not being released to actually come here and start screaming on top of his voice again, because he will be very, very disappointed at you, Ndisoji, who is following Ramon Abbas in Finland. Do you know the way you are following Simon Ekpa? Even Britain will be looking at you laughing. They will be saying in this OG, this is the reason why these people need to go to captivity. They are very, very stupid. They are very, very, very stupid. If we tell them, if we can form up terrorists, give indirectly, tell them that you are being, you are being marginalized by your oppressing your beliefs. Why don't you pick up arm and show them? And they create terrorists. And they look at this struggle, how formidable it is. Let us look for people. When I talk about Western agenda, whenever I am making a broadcast, anything I talk about, don't scrap it. Don't scrap it. Always write it down, so that when things are unraveling, you will understand. That is what actually linked to the government in exile. The government in exile was a structure that is being created by the first world, free world, or that will be contrived by the free world, so that one day they will wake up and say, let us negotiate independence with these criminals. We will just sign the whole thing away. All these criminals, they want is actually to get them Biafra. All they want is for their name to be written that they are getting you Biafra. The way Azikiwa, Wolo, and all these people get you Nigeria. They want their name there. That's all they want. Their name to be there. It doesn't matter what they sign or how they sign your life away, your 100 years away. It doesn't matter. This is how they actually use black man. They saw Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is wise. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu knows exactly what he is doing. That is the reason why. Do you think the kidnap Nigeria went to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, that British is not aware? Britain is well aware. They actually planned it. America is well aware. They actually were involved. They know these things. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a bad belly for them. It's a bad business for them. For their exploitation, economic exploitation on Nigeria, on the zoo, on zoo people, with oil coming out from Biafra land. That is actually the thing that is going on that you don't understand. The only thing you don't understand. Now there is this transition that is going on in Africa. I'm actually digressing. This transition that is going on in Africa. Transitioning from, fossil fuel to renewable energy. Fossil fuel to renewable energy in order to power your, get your electricity, or they say they will migrating into green energy to save the climate, which is going to make all your resources, like electric cars are there now. Your crude oil is not gonna be, they want to make them to be less than, it is not going to be valuable, essential anymore. Now, they will steal the cobalt from Congo, uranium from Congo, and some of them are in Nigeria. They will take it away, use them to power the lithium battery that will power your renewable energy. Now, they will take these resources that builds them from you, steal it from you, pay you penny, go back, they manufacture electric car, build the lithium battery. They will come back and they sell it to you. When they sell it to you, now you will know how, the reason why so many people are saying, people in the likes of, Lumumba, saying Africa is going to be colonized again. And how is Africa going to be colonized again? By making your mineral resources to be worthless. When they make it, now you're transitioning from fossil fuel, which is some people who are burning coal in Africa to power their electricity, using coal plant, what do you call it, to bring their electricity. They will be now removed. They will tell them to remove coal because it is the carbon, whatever, is destroying the climate and all that. Chase after renewable. They will now go to Europe, look for the company that will give them, build the renewable for them, that is going to cost trillions of dollars. They will abandon that resources that they have, chasing after renewable. Now this renewable, you will be in debt because you cannot implement it. They will put you in debt that your generation will not finish paying it because you are chasing after this renewable. Now the colonialism, or the new colonialism that is going to come, it is through industry, because they will abolish your own resources, which you are actually using to do things that will enable you to thrive or to challenge them in the global stage. Hope knowing that you are waking up to understand the value of your resources. They have to put it aside in order to actually bring the new ways of industry to colonize you. That is the reason why if they defeat China and Russia, global colonization click in. That is the plans of the Western world. But they will not colonize us again. We Biafrans, we know things, we are scattered across the nations of the world. That's why we are calling on African people to support this movement, because we are going to make a difference. Regardless of what the enemy is doing, we will make a difference, and Biafra will come. Biafra must come. It is a task that must be done. It is a task that must be done. There is nothing we are going to actually focus on except this task. It must be done. We will resist that neocolonialism. We are going to resist it. We will resist it. There are many ways we can actually use those fossil fuel find a way to actually mitigate their carbon or compressing that carbon into something else so that it doesn't actually violate the climate. There are technologies that can do that. When we talk about fossil fuel, we're talking about those burning coal, those burning crude oil, gas, in order to generate energy. These are this. When they abolish it, it means that those who depend on oil as actually what they produce, as their GDP or whatever, it is going to actually crumble their economy because there will be no demand for oil anymore. Those who are selling coal, like now, when Russia close it, their gas for the heater and the electricity for Germany, European, and everybody, they are now turning to the coal this thing. What do you call it? They are now using their coal power station to power energy, to power their electricity, using fossil fuel, which is coal, buying some coal from Africa, buying some from other nations to power their power station. But they're advising people to, distance themselves from this fossil energy or this, type of energy generation and migrate into greener energy, which is, they call it renewable energy. In that regard, you are undermining your resources. You are being colonized systematically without you understanding it. But let's leave it there. It is an advice that I am giving to our blind leaders. If they want, they actually learn it or they pick it up or understand it. If they don't want to, no matter how much you embezzle, you have planned and put in your pocket, when the colonization comes, ometuimi, ometuanya, if it touches the eyes, it has touched the nose. Or if it touches the nose, it has touched the eyes. Nobody is going to escape it. But let Biafra come. But let me play this thing, then we close. We're going to close.
Nelly Ofebu have evidence that a lot of you don't know. Sometimes she overfire. She overfire because the passion.
The overfiring of Nelly Ofebu is the reason why they separated. They fought. Overfiring and money. Overfiring and money. That is the problem between him and Nelly Ofebu. That's what
Don't she have for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafra struggle? The passion. So sometimes she hurriedly I am somebody that I compose myself. I don't fire like her. But let me tell you, most of the things Nelly Ofebu is saying is correct, accurately, and she have evidences, to back the thing up. But when she come to public,
so Nelly Ofebu, the criminal, Nelly, is the one who gave you those things you call evidences to criminalize the structure Mazen Nnamdi Kanu put in place. So it was Nelly Ofebu. But let's continue.
When everything has not been open, people will say, oh, this Nelly Ofebu, Mpurumiri, Nelly Ofebu this, Nelly Ofebu that. Where is the evidence? Where is the evidence? What have you seen now? Is it not a sabotage? Let me play it again. And let me tell you, it is not confirmed that the court has been adjourned till April. All this noise everywhere now till April. April. The time
as if he cares. He doesn't care. He doesn't care because the Zoo government told them that they will hold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for 2 years. So he knows what he's doing, as if he cares. He knows that he is watering his ground. That's what he was doing here, watering his ground. Not because he cares.
Sabotage it. Now watch it again. Watch it. You see, this information that they are giving to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is one of the most essential information when in the court, when attorney and client discussing like this, is one of the most crucial discussion. In fact, this discussion now is even more important than the discussion you go to the DSS dungeon to have with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see this discussion that can last 2 minutes, this discussion that can last 1 minute, this discussion that can last 5 minutes is one of the most important discussion if you are a lawyer, if you are into legal field, if you are an attorney. This discussion they are having now is one of the most important discussion because it is going to live inside Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's brain. And every time he will remember this thing they are talking now because it is one of the most important discussion for him to know the direction of his case, where we are going, what we are going to do now, what we are not going to do, the reason why they took the reason why they presented what they presented, the reason why they are going to say like this, the reason why they are going to talk like that, the reason why he should be expecting judge to do like this, the reason why him have presented this thing this way. This thing, he cannot discuss it in the DSS dungeon because when you go to DSS dungeon to discuss with him, you have not seen the reality of the court. So when you come to the court, the case will change, environment will change, everything will change. You go into one-on-one discussion to rub mind together and come back again. This is what is going on, and Kanu Takano truncated it. Evil people. And I will be calling them. I will be calling them by their name. Now, watch it. Look. You see? You see?
Nobody is stopping anybody. Even me, they have been stopping me and the Jofo from entering the court. That was the response. So Simon turned it upside down. He changed it. He changed the topic. Today he has changed it again, telling you Jofo told him that he will stop Ejimako on this day from entering the court. He changed it. Today he changed it again. Hey, I laugh. Remember in this thing where he was making all those claims, he said that even Ejimako, even San Ozokome, that Jofo fought him. But if you know the full video of this video of San, in the United States, where he said even in 2015, Barrister Jofo consulted him, calling him on phone. He was telling him what to do. But Simon said that Jofo fought Ozokome. I don't have time to play this video. Go and look for it. Let it be your assignment. He said that Jofo fought San Ozokome. That's what Simon said. It is part of it. I hope you know this video where he is addressing people in the USA. He said that Jofo came to him even in 2015. So it is your own homework. Go and make your own research. Now, let us continue.
Right there, he succeeded, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not ready for this nonsense. Emmanuel Kanu have done his job. The reason why he came to court today, if this is today, is to do this job. He has done it. And let me tell you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not show you his anger here. But immediately they start this nonsense, he just left. He left them. He left. Look at how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left.
Oh no, normally Ifem Kwazulu. Oh, if Alpha Simon. Ono normally fem kwazulu.
Knows that these people, the brother,
Ono nanda forma.
he knows that. Look at. You see, he left. He left. Hi, Woma. Itabugo onwegi na afufo. Jesus Christ.
Comedian.
You have suffered. Ah. Oh my God.
Even me, they have been stopping.
Look at, oh my God. I want you to look Mazi Nnamdi Kanu face. Chai. Jesus Christ. Chai. Look at his face. Hey. Look at his face. Look at his face. Chai. Oh God. And he moved. Watch his step moving away from people who he is just allowing to stay there so that to cover their face, their shameless face of family ties and the family blood and all that. Look at. He left. He left. Hi, Jesus. He left. He left. He left them. He left them. That information they wanted to discuss with him is gone. He left. Look, he left. He left. He left. He left. And the idiot saboteur is there now. He took over them to discuss the legal matters. He left them. Now he is the one now that come to defend in the court. All the lawyers now have faced Emmanuel Okano. You can imagine all the lawyers there. The senior advocate of Nigeria, Barrister Ejo, for all of them now. And these are the people that he meet every day. This is the people Ejo meet him almost every day. Now he come to court, just that one particular minute that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have to defend himself, or not even to just know something that is going on. This guy took it over. This is exactly how they brought car and gave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The governor of Anambra State, Obiano brought bulletproof car for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu rejected it. That car today, this man, this idiot here is using that car. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told him to return this car. He refused. He used the car today, 2022, he's using that car. Now, he has come again, he has hijacked the legal team. Instead of the legal team to discuss with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he have hijacked it just the way he hijacked the car. Now they are discussing with him. He come to court and everybody is discussing with him. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left them. He went to meet children and meet family. You see? Hey! You see? And now, what did he gain from what he did? Nothing. Begin to blab. Child. Everything they are talking about, again, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Again. Gallivanting in the court because he is working with Fulani, he is working with Ojus Okalo. Everything he is doing is to make sure he truncate and disturb everything that is going on. Look at him. Is he the one in prison?
Oh, my brother. Let the judge know.
Try. Making call, answering call in the court. Who is, look at, he went to greet, I want you to look. He went to shake the prosecutor now. Look at him. And of course, they caught that video. Look at him.
Did you see?
Look at him.
Did you see each and every time I come online, I tell you there is a video I supposed to play. This is the content of the video. That is the content. Go back to my previous video. What next he's trying to say is that Emmanuel Kanu was going to tell prosecutor to postpone the case, to adjourn the case. That's exactly the next thing he is going to say now. Now, I want you to understand that this is the same man who claimed that he discussed with Ejiofor that our lawyer Jimako will be locked outside. This is the same man. So he does not even know the argument in court. He heard a voice of the son. He twisted it, say different thing that will suit his gullible mumus that are writing junk in the comment section. As we are proceeding, we are going to take 1 or 2 calls. If anybody call, I take it. Otherwise, after this video, it is almost finished. Then we'll call it a day.
Oh, my brother. Let me judge know.
Look at him. He's answering call in the court as a chief judge of Nigeria. This guy have been paid to disorganize the. I am accusing him today because me, I'm an investigator too. I am accusing him. He has been paid to act this thing he is acting in the court, to provoke lawyers, to make them discomfort them, to make them, feel uncomfortable. Look at the way he is. Even Tony Nadi did not do this when he was having conference with Yoruba Nation. Look at. And now he is going to pay homage to the prosecutor that is trying to jail his brother. Look at. 2 of them are in the phone. I want you to pay attention that the prosecutor is calling Kanu this Emmanuel Kanu. The person that is communicating with Kanu Emmanuel is prosecutor. He used phone to communicate with
prosecutor.
This is the highest exposition I'm doing today. 2 of them was communicating on the
highest
phone.
Exposition
It is the prosecutor that called him. Look at 2 of
highest
them.
Exposition Eferima is doing today.
Phone.
The same way
he told him something
about the highest,
and the work is going. I swear to God, the person that.
So we have first caller. We are going to take it, and the caller. Please use 2 minutes. The caller on the line. Your name and where you calling from, please.
Yes, Mazi, good evening from here.
Good evening.
Thank you very much, Mazi Judge Morning. I appreciate you. This is your brother, C2.
All right. Good.
Mazi, I just want to ask one question. I just want to ask you one question, please.
Please go ahead.
This guy, to be honest with you, I want to ask this question because I know I am just wondering, is that I don't know. This guy, the shame. This Perima, does he really have shame? And because I just don't want to say this thing because I know but I am asking the people that the so-called educated people that are listening to this idiot that this guy is manipulating. How did he do? How on earth that this guy always succeeded in manipulating these people? Is it that there is something else, or what is it? What is it that this guy, using this is because when you look at what you are analyzing here, look at what this guy is saying here. I keep asking myself, how did our people fall this victim from this guy? How? Because somebody like me cannot fall victim from this idiot. How did he manage to convince these people that some of our people that said
because our people need who will be giving them hope. I will kill Nigeria who has been dealing with you. I will deal with Nigeria who has been killing you. I will kill police who has been killing you. That's what these people wanted. And that's what they are getting. But remember that it's the same people, the same generation who say, Ojukwu, give us gun, let's go to war. Ojukwu, give us gun, let's go to war. Ojukwu, give us gun. You are wasting time. They are the same generation.
Mazi, I can't believe. Sometimes I keep asking myself a question. Does it mean that I just don't, this guy come out and tell our people that Jofor should resign, should step away, otherwise he's going to do this, he's going to do that. I'm not asking his stupid followers, why can't you people tell him to go back to the zoo and use him hand to take a Jofor out from that legacy?
Imagine.
I want him
and
to
replace him by
that.
himself. Is he not a lawyer?
Yeah, he said that he's a professional legal this thing, whatever he called himself. So why is it that if Ejiofor is not doing it well, why can't him go down there and replace Ejiofor by himself, so that we can know that yes, he knows what he's doing? This is the same guy who told the people that he's going to meet North Korea president. North Korea president.
He says he's going to buy them air defense system.
This is the guy who tell our people that he's going to buy air defense system. Air defense system. I keep asking my people, these people that is following this idiot, did you people know what is air defense system? Just that air defense system alone. Which satellite? Do they know that air defense system work with satellite?
No, they don't know.
Because before you operate it, you have to position it so that you can get his target. Huh?
No,
so
where is he going to put it? In his father's land?
No, kitchen, his mother's kitchen.
Oh,
that is where he's going to put
2x2 room in Finland.
Mazi, I will leave it here. My happiness is that Ejiofor have today, our barrister, have done the needful. Anybody, I know that our people are evil. I know this one quite very well. I know. But there's something I need to say here before I drop. Anybody in Biafra land, if you know this autopilot, you know the number to call. You don't need to waste time and leave the rest. If you see them with the Hagafe, even Hagafe, just call number and leave the rest. The reason why you see he's shouting is all his criminals has been apprehended. And you know why? And he can never come out one day and tell people that the people that he's working with, they have been caught them. Anyone they catch, you will see, he will bring out our people, and then he will send them an error. This guy, when I told people that this guy is double agent, I know that this guy is a double agent. I know. You see what happened in a Ejiofor house. This guy and Nelly knows exactly what happened in the Ejiofor house.
Yes, that reminds me, because it's supposed to be part of what I am supposed to talk about today, where he said that Nelly knows. It is part of the poster I sent here, which, okay, not this one. It is part of this poster. Nelly, it is time for you to confess how you mastermind the attack on Barrister Ejiofor. It was what Simon wrote in his Twitter page.
And the same person told our people that Nelly is him. And immediately they attacked Ejiofor house. I knew that this someone happened. You know why? Let me tell our people why they are doing all those things. They need somebody who is going to, getting information from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to give them. They are not getting information again. You see, they started this thing.
Was not telling them anything.
Exactly. Immediately before they attack, before they kidnap our Onyendu, they first of all go to kill Ejiofor. That was their plan, because they know that this man is not going to give them any chance. They know that one quite very well.
I think that attack actually happened after the kidnap of Onyendu.
Yeah, he has been attacked many times now. Barrister have been before they kidnap Onyendu. I think before they kidnap Onyendu, he has been attacked. Yes, he has been attacked. These are the man. This Eberima tried to go closer to. But little did he know that this man is more clever than him. Where is people comparing Ekperima with Ejiofor? I keep asking. Some of our people are evil. But
Simon Ekpa claim he's a lawyer. Why can't he go and lawyer in Nigeria since he's better than Ejiofor? Ejiofor said Delishi. Why can't he go and take over the job?
Exactly. That is what I'm asking. Since he knows all these things, why is he sitting in his 2x2 room and keep dishing rubbish? Go down there and tell people that I am taking over. Ejiofor should step aside. Then we know that yes, we now know that yes, we know what you are doing.
What?
You know, this guy Ekperima. This guy Ekperima, Samaneba. Mazi, let me drop it here and continue a good job. Time shall tell. Abachos are go mile. But you see some of our people, some of Ndiigbo, they are born natural wicked. That is why that is why Chineke Naja Kawotale. Let me tell them, these autopilot people, I'm telling you the gospel truth. Mazi have caused them. And watch them. Watch what is going to be happening to them. They don't know that they are caused. These people are caused. One thing did they know that you see that our land, people see Igbo land, just they see it as Igbo land. Little did they know that our land did not condone evil. Our land, that land they are standing on. As far as you want your job, it's just a matter of a time. Look at Ekperima. I can't believe that Ekperima will convince some people. No, not because these people are into IPOB for a long time, waiting for any opportunity. They know what they are doing. They are not being convinced. Anybody who say that is being convinced, our entire generation, yeah. These people are evil. They are not being convinced. Evil. Pure, they are born natural evil. That is why when you look at them, they cannot look like they don't look like a human being. And this is how their life, somebody who come out to rescue our people from the hands of this Nigeria and Janjaweed. This man came out to rescue our people. Because I know the danger our people, particularly our own race, Nigeria. These are the same man that some of our people are condemning today. Some of our people are listening to somebody. It took the time to convince our people on social media, telling our people that he is innocent, he is genuine. People call him all manner of names on social media. We watch, we hear him. People did not believe in him because of the activities of Wazirike. They call him all manner of names. They say to him, you have come to do the same thing Wazirike is doing because of Wazirike activity. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was called all manner of names. It took our people time to understand that this man was genuine, that he meant good for our people. He took time. They've been cursing him, they've been calling all manner of names. So why is it that it's not up to 2 months this man was kidnapped? It's not up to even, let me put it, it's not up to even 3 days this man was kidnapped. They now start listening to somebody. And they never put this damn question. They were asking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, asking how are we sure that you are genuine? Then if every lecture Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been lecturing our people, they never ask this Ekperima, how are we going to be sure that you are genuine? They never even ask him what they believe, what they say that, hey, he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job. While I know learn a good job today. Mazi, let me leave it here. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you for calling. We are calling it a day. And because we have done well, so we have done, so much. I was supposed to last year for 1 hour, but I'm almost 3 here. So great Biafrans. Those of you who just joined, you can actually rewind the program. Wherever you're watching from, you can rewind the program. It is rewindable. And you see where we have started, we have gone a long way, and you started afresh. So let me just give it that benefit of doubt and finish this audio that I am playing, and we call it a day.
Is calling Emmanuel prosecutor. When we talk, you don't know. When I shout, you don't know. When I stop communicating with certain people, you don't know that. Look at it. Two of them at the same time. Now, I want you to watch how the Emmanuel Okano will go there. Watch. 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 And they cut it. Do you understand? And let me tell you, BBC Igbo knows exactly what they did. BBC Igbo knows exactly what they did to cut that particular part of the video. BBC Igbo knows what they did. And when instead of them to allow the video to roll so that we will see how they greeted each other and all that, they cut it immediately. They cut it immediately. Today we have 20,500 viewers live and direct within 1 hour, 24 minutes. And you are watching on Voice of Biafra, 97.5 FM in Biafra land. You are watching Enter Biafra Channel 1. We have 20,650. The number of viewers is going up because this is where you have the best and the highest exposition and where's truth. We drop truth like bombshell. We drop truth like bombshell. I want you to understand that Emmanuel Okano hand is in this problem our leader is going through today. I want you to understand that you cannot be friend to prosecutor that is trying everything to jail your brother. I want you to understand that when you begin to gallivant in the court like this, it means that there is something that is beating you drum somewhere. Something is giving you a music, and you are dancing the music right there in Nigeria court. Let us continue. I want you to watch again the sabotage and saboteur in the family. You see, I do not want, I don't care what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is thinking today. I do not care how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to feel. He's a human being. And some people have told me I should leave them all. Blood is thicker than water. That is when he come out. When he come out, he can begin to use his blood to make it thicker than water. For now, one day the number is the saying of our people. Our people say, one day the number. One day the number. I want you to watch how Emmanuel Kano was communicating on the phone with the prosecutor. Now watch.
Yes. Good evening. Are you calling for the program? Okay, so let me put the in. So we have a new caller. The caller on the line, use 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, please, because we are rounding up. Use 1.5 minutes.
My name is Imo Utimakreka. I come from Iguacha. I come from Akwa Ibom. I'm staying at Iguacha Oyibo, Victory Zone. So I serve in Victory Zone. So I was congrats for what Pastor Jumafor said today. And what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to get on something in this Iguacha. So what Temekba is doing, he's just playing the game. And many of us doesn't know about the slug of this Biafra. Some of us, everyone just jump inside and start trying to do what and turn it to his own business, but it's not like that. Biafra is a kingdom of heaven. We are someone who have a clean heart can walk in until. And now, currently, we are now in the last fight right now. Samepa cannot stop us. Samepa cannot do anything against Biafra. What I'm trying to say is like once again, and so much time, may God strengthen all of us by fighting for the struggle. All the social media warriors and all IPOBs and the US, and may God bless Mark Nandekano. And God bless you too, brother. You do a good work. May God continue to guide you and protect you and protect all Biafra listening to us this moment. May God bless you. May give us our freedom. I believe our freedom will come. I believe our freedom will come, and no one can stop it. Thank you, my brother.
So,
now the prosecutor is calling him. The prosecutor is calling him.
Oh, my brother. Let me judge the law.
The prosecutor is calling him. Look, he's calling him and he's looking at him. Yes. Did you see the prosecutor? The prosecutor is looking at him and he's telling him something. He is the one, the film editor. Is it editor or the one that command how you act film and act movie? So the editor, this man who is a film director, the film director is the prosecutor that is prosecuting.
Okay, we have another caller on the line, which will be the last caller on the line, and we will call it a day. Caller, use 2 minutes to round up. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, my brothers and sisters from Biafra. I am calling from my base. I just want to tell you people that what Ejiofor has said today is final. And if anybody is following this useless son of a bitch, I used to follow him, I won't lie. I used to follow him initially. But all of a sudden, this guy started the day. From the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, this guy was not in his base. And I keep asking people questions. Have they found out where Simon Ekpa was when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped? Simon was in a hotel room broadcasting. Everybody, if they could search, they will find that video. And immediately they redemption Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria. This guy started dancing and doing all manner of rubbish. First of all, he brought his son to take our emotion away from his evil deeds. Right? After that, the day Leo Febu was in his broadcast, I warned this guy. I said, this woman is trouble. I sent him a message privately. Nelly started cursing me. How can a message I sent to Simon privately, how did Nelly saw it? How? From that day, after Nelly cursed me in that broadcast, from that day, I put 1 and 2 together and I say, this guy and this woman is working together. And that was how I pull out from that broadcast. From that very day, I started monitoring this guy. This guy will come and say, let us pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Foul. All of them are foul. And there is a lady in Germany that is working with this stupid guy. I said that she fall out very, very well. And she said God have not told her that Simon is a criminal and this and that. That useless woman tried to convince me all manner of nonsense they talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But I never buy her stupidness because I know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sent by God. You understand? So all I'm telling everybody today, if you don't depart from this stupid boy, you are cursed. Biafrans, if you have family in Nigeria, tell your family to not to listen to this guy, not to listen to him and stop killing yourself for this guy. This guy is a big fraudster. That is who this boy is. This boy, they use the psychology in the matter. This Linda TV show, if you are listening to me, you're a disgrace to womanhood. Linda TV show, you were a blogger. Every time you put on this stupid guy, the other time you asked for his number, immediately you got his number. All of you are looking for money. All of you are the one getting paid from this useless guy. Please, Biafrans, After all Mazi Ejmafo has said today, if you all don't change your ways, believe you me, ihe ga-adakwasị unu ma unu na ezinụlọ unu. As na onye nwere ntị ya nụrụ. I'm saying my own now. Me and my family, we are under the umbrella of God and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because we know that he came for good. So ndị niile na-eso ekperima unu sosikwa ike o abụrụ ma ụmụ ga-awụ nke unu ọ bụgodo unu Chineke abụgo ndị a niile na-eso ya ọnụ ị ga-ahụkwa tomorrow gị hụkwa ndị ga na-ayọta ọnụ. Simon is this, Simon is that, he's doing well. I don't see the reason why people should be saying that this stupid guy since he gets no one na ime nga nte amami ha ga-eji wee sị na ọ bụ ezigbo mmadụ. So Judge Money, all I have to say after today, if I see anybody that follows this guy again is a useless person. They will not listen, or they will not hear. Let them continue to follow him. Curse upon all of them. Curse upon all of them and their generation. If they don't stop, because my freedom is important, yo. I keep saying it. If you like, stay in US, stay in wherever you want to stay. You're a slave wherever you are. One day they will send all of you back to where you come from. Then okay, phone because they're not listening. They're not listening, you know. They feel they're in Germany, they're in this, they're in that, they are covered. Then can you listen on all? Right? One day, all this international community will send all of you back home. And you know about Judgment, I think you are the one that said the other day that before they forced us into slavery, right? Now we are begging them for visa to go and enslave ourselves more, and that is what we are doing. But so many of them are suffering where they are. The one where he based in Holland, he was pretending initially as a pastor. That useless guy, get him by yourself. How can I remember that useless guy name? He lives in Holland. He was claiming to be a pastor. I can't remember his name now. That guy was claiming to be a pastor. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition, this guy and his wife was in a one park, enjoying themselves, talking trash today. That guy with Simon, also the autopilot name voice of Guinea Biafra 24/7 or whatever they call it. After today, I'm telling you people, every after today, onye put na perima no ya so no dey follow any ho na eme dem ma Chineke ga akpọ onye akpọ ezinụlọ ya ọkụ. Judgment ebe aka ọ ha m n'ọnụ. Let them continue. I have said that I won't be talking again, but ike hụrụ tata egere m ihe niile ejima afọ kwuru. Ihe ni asị niile this boy gaa na social media ọ na-apa dị okwu. Ama m do to say use brain ndị mmadụ. I don't understand this ndị mmadụ na-esoge this boy. I got a ndị na-esi mụbụrụ ha ozukwala oke. Ihe o kwuru taa abụghị ihe ọ ga-ekwu tomorrow. Lies every day. This boy is. I don't even follow. I don't even listen to him. Honestly, if not, when you were showcasing him today, I wanted to cut off from you. You know, I wanted to cut off because I don't want to see anything like this boy who is a criminal. This if in the Arsenal army, oh lawyer lies, big fat lies on this boy on here. So this guy, you know watch check and follow this boy. That hoodlums, that criminals. How would you to watch here very well? I'm telling you, just mark all of them now. But I'm how would you than they have how which are criminals. I'm telling you, based on Dinkema. I have problem with so many women because of this guy and they follow. After Hassan and the Wuri Anyofu, I'm this stupid guy, criminal. The Kalase. This guy for the Kalase, I saw where that man said what he said. But look at how this boy Una apahamu the thing. Azu their brain. Obero go beba akwa. There are so many videos this boy was crying on. As if to say all of romance in Namdekalo. Ejima juru today. How many times can I see Namdekalo in a broadcast now? This guy, so Nandi Rema said Namdekalo, I can remember when he Basara Kenya. Or we broadcast. Oh, another girl in a follow that girl up to now. Something is cooking somewhere. That girl Adama Fuzi na online. There is a girl, I don't want to call her name. She know everything about this guy, but they're hiding it. A guy hiding yoga about Wushaha. A poor woman, I like Baga, the Namana, Madaga, Benne, and wouldn't meet it a week. All I call Naya, ever no, sit about Konogan or Toro. Now I go with Oibo, never call a Caron number. One I got him, Manado, never hold on, all I got Coach on Naya. Yabi one way keep Judge money, thank you. Bye bye.
He said, thank you very much. Thank you for calling. So
yes, my brother.
All right, great Biafrans. I think we have to call it a day. The image I showed you now is image of a double agent. A double agent. We will analyze it some other time also. We have analyzed it before, but we continue to actually, re-inform you because you forget so easily. That is the problem. So we are calling it a day. And I see so many of you in that comment section. Like, there are people in that comment section. These are the people who fought these criminals tooth and nail, because even when the criminal come to comment section, they actually are there fighting them. They are doing a wonderful job. I salute all of you that are being formidable. Kara Gold, Ejibina, Adeline, Ada Adeline, what do you call them? Agnes, Chukwemeka. It looks like Nokum wine a trophy na this our media warrior. Akum wine a trophy. I don't know if I but that is our women. When we talk about our women, we'll talk about these people. Our mothers, our women. We talk about these people. We are not talking about criminals. After has reached a umbrella or parachute. And na concern August meeting. After I say go more the highway. Please let's call it a day. Those that I didn't mention your name, DOSC and C. If I Ipob, I see you. I always see you. Ejiro, B card. You have been wonderful also. And there are many of you. Wine lead. The women are leading the Chike, Ziembama. There are too many platforms that I cannot be calling your names one after another. And there are many of you, but Dixon Iroko, you are also wonderful. I see you all the time. And let me go to Judge Money blog, because that's where Ostino Onyeka, Akujobi Oluchukwu, and Omunna Mwezuako. So I see all of you. Those I didn't mention, pardon me. I will mention you the next time. But you guys have been wonderful. You guys are the reason why we are actually pushing, because you guys have been wonderful. Destiny Agozie, you are wonderful. It's Kenneth, you are also wonderful. Emeka, you are wonderful. There are many of you. But why can I book the trophy? We are not taking it away from them. They are still the people who are the women are the people who are actually doing it. They are the ones who are doing it. So Of course, we are going to we are here to give them water, as they always say. Chidimma Ehirim, Chidimma Ehirim. She's still a woman. Women are the ones in front. They are the ones carrying the trophy. Fun finger. I see you also. I see so many of you. But great Biafrans all over the world, we are calling it a day until we meet again.
Anybody I curse is cursed. Once I condemn you, you're finished. Ask the Sabo, those that tried to take over power when I was in prison, because I valued them, thought they were doing what we all swore to do. As soon as I went into prison, they started to connive to take over power. Where are they today? Because I cursed them, and they will never have peace. I won't touch them, I won't harm them, but they'll never have peace. Today they are worthless. Absolutely worthless. That is who we are. Do you know why? Because our hands are clean. When we say we are whiter than white and whiter than snow, people don't understand what it means. Now they do. Do you know why? Because anything we touch, we have the Midas touch. Anything we touch turns into gold. Everything we touch. Today, everywhere the zoo is around the world, every major country, we are checkmating them. 100, no more lies. We are checkmating them. And now the world understands that the face of corruption is the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. They know. So Magu is a small
freedom. A slave can never